Bit of Mizuno in black going on there, Dan. What you got?
Like that, don't you? Right, we've got the ST190 and we've got the ST190G.
Okay, so movable weights, not movable weights.
Yep.
And gone black.
Yes, look at that.
That exciting you?
That is exciting me.
Yeah, see, I think it's a shame, but we'll talk about that. We're going to test these. We can't get outside, unfortunately, because it's snowing. So this will be inside, Dan and I testing. Let's see what we get out of these ST190 drivers from Mizuno. Right, Danny boy can go first. Oh, you're doing properties, are you?
Well, I found a little area. Look.
Found a tea
I found a bit of pile there. Look, that we can get the tea in.
So down by the pool, what are you thinking?
I really like that.
Go on.
I really like that. If I look at it, it looks very similar now because of the black.
Yeah.
It's almost lost a little bit of its identity. You know, there's a similarity of Callaway in there.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of Titleist in there.
Yeah.
Don't know about any other brands, but
see,
yeah, and the blue's gone, isn't it?
And that upsets me. What I liked about Mizuno Woods is the blue was done really well. It was distinctive. It looked classy. I'm happy. I think the black will be safer for sales. People seem to be quite excited that it's now black. But I mean, what was it? 5 years ago or so, they brought out a black driver, and still the same problem that Mizuno had with drivers is that people just don't associate them with drivers, and it's never that I've ever hit one that performs badly. I hope the black works for them, but I always quite liked the arrogance of the blue in them, and that's what I love about Mizuno. This is how we make our clubs. We think this is good, and you buy them hopefully or don't. Because it isn't going to do anything to the performance, obviously, the black or the blue.
No.
It's just maybe a little bit of a let's try and sell more because people like black more than blue, maybe. I think it's a shame. I like the blue. Mizuno blue's a thing, isn't it? You know, I'm a fan of Mizuno. Yeah. Mizuno blue is a thing.
I like the black.
Yeah, you're a bit safer, aren't you?
I do like that.
Right, let's see what you get out of this.
Yeah. Oh, it looks lofty.
Does it?
Look, it just...
What loft have you got on it?
9.5. So I got the 9.5 head in the standard.
Shaft?
This is the Tensai 60 gram stiff flex.
Right.
So...
There you go.
Quite normal. A lot of guys using these shafts now, aren't they? Same
company that make my car.
Yeah, Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is a bit hybridy like your car, isn't it? We plug it in. But yeah, it does look lofty. It looks nice and square behind the ball though. I like that.
Is that coming back?
No, that's not coming back.
That is not a shot.
That's a golfer, not.
Wowzers. Let's just quickly. Oh my word. That's a lucky shot. Better have another go.
Should we have another go at that? A mulligan.
Oh, he's lined it. Oh, a little drifty.
It.
Sound and feel? Initial thoughts? It's not loud, is it?
No, it's first impressions of sound. Bearing in mind I've had 2 shots with it. Love it.
Yeah.
Like that is just what my ears want to hear.
Oh, I like that. Well, let's go and have a look at the tech and then we'll come back and see if you can hit that fairway.
Yeah.
So Mizuno ST190 to start us off. Mizuno are calling it the dark side of distance, obviously with the new black. We get a fixed back weight in this one, trying to increase MOI, help you with those off-center hits. Forged SP700 Ti face in this driver. This face allows for more complex geometry, I think they're saying, so basically allowing them to maximise ball speeds more across it, as always, like all drivers are trying to do. The carbon composite crown, I think they're freeing up around 7 grams of weight, which they're going to reposition in things like the back weight, increase that MOI. And then we're seeing a continuation of the amplified wave technology in the bottom here, these kind of 2 waves. Again, all about trying to keep that ball speed up as high as possible across the face. Remember, we're always going to hit on different parts of the face. That energy drop off is what you're trying to avoid at every given chance. Everything about this club is trying to maximise that. So lighter crowns, stronger faces, got a little bit of got the wave on the bottom, but it's certainly not as aggressive as in past models.
No, it's not, is it? I mean, they've quietened that down a lot.
It was actually only 2 ridges here. This is more just graphic, isn't it? It's these waves here, look. It's these ribs that here. Channel. Where before it was maybe 3, 4 of
That's
them.
quite a deep channel there, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I saw that. Where did we see that in the RBZ? Remember the old TaylorMade RBZ? That was quite
tight
a deep
list as
one.
well. 915 started
915.
with that, and then obviously Nike were all channelly as well. Loads of people have gone that route.
Definitely liking that carbon top.
Yeah, you always like a bit of carbon.
Yeah, I do like. I like the fact they've pulled that weight off the top of that club, allowing it to move it around the club a little bit more.
Because we're going to try both. In theory, this is the kind of bigger seller if it's going to go to the mass market.
Yeah.
The other one, which we'll show you in a second with the movable weights, is more where Luke Donald's, I think, contracted to use them now. He's going to be using a driver, which is quite big for him because he's always been a TM driver guy.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that does for his career, because obviously he's at the latter part of his career as well, so I'm always a little sceptical on what those changes mean, as in they couldn't get him in it
in times gone by. Why are they getting him in it now?
Well, that's a different conversation, isn't it? Well, it could be money isn't being spent by certain companies as freely anymore. It's going into top few players. And my knowledge of Luke was that he was quite astute with his deals, had a separate iron driver one. But obviously if a certain company isn't paying now, but this is all my opinion, I'm not sure if I should be even filming this.
So I got a stronger face, haven't I?
Yeah, that's stronger.
That's stronger. Feels stronger.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. It feels lovely.
Okay, you like the sound, basically.
I love the sound, yeah.
Some decent strikes now. He has found fairway a little bit more. And we'll look at the numbers in a second, but we're starting to get some of the more realistic numbers out of it. No. It's interesting you say that, isn't it? So obviously just the head shape can make a shaft feel longer or shorter.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. Black to black. I mean, I like that. Really stealthy, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You take that band off and that's like proper stealth.
Yeah. What you mean by looks lofty, doesn't it?
You can see a lot of face, can't you?
Make me want to feel like I want to do that, and we'll see what the numbers. If we need to change a lot, we will.
It's black, that face, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all black, so it kind of it's a shinier. It's not actually. It's a matter black to the shinier top.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of a distinction, but I know some players, certainly tour players, I know would hate that. They want to see a face at the top.
Yeah.
I know some players who are contracted to a company and they get different lines on their driver because they make an all black one.
Right, okay.
And it annoys them. And I remember going on a tour truck going, what's that then? Because it had lines on it.
Yeah.
And they're like, he just likes to see a face and that makes him see the face. And they do it for him as such. Does look good. It looks a little lofty. It's a lovely shape. I'm not afraid. I like the blue, but the black is fine, and a little bit of carbon.
Yeah.
All good. I do always like the old Runningberg logo on the top. It's just cool. It's a cool logo. Neck not quite as extensive as models gone by.
Yeah, you can move it. I think is it 3?
Yeah, something like that. But before it was like from 7 up to 11.
Yeah, it was. Last year's model definitely was good.
It'd be interesting if I've got any speed in me at all today, because I am not feeling great.
Do like that sound even now, you know.
It is a good sound, isn't it? It's a great combination of titanium and carbon. It's that nice. Yeah, I like the sound.
Done really well with that.
I hit that pretty decent. Should we have a look at the numbers?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it's the longest driver in the world for me, but I do feel like the other one's going to give me more options on speed. That's it, the line there. Oh, it's on the line. Did you see that? Did you get that?
Hang on, we're going to have a little replay on that.
That's on the line. Watch this bad boy. This is drawing in.
Don't. Oh, it stops on it.
So 2.7 spin for me, 2.8 spin for you. I'm averaging 250, you're averaging 250. Your longest hit is 265. My longest hit is 254. But I can't get the spin lower than 27. Launching at 12, so I could bring loft down, but the launch is actually alright. I would never use this driver because I can't control the spin, which is obviously why they've got another head in there.
Yeah. What's our launches?
I'm averaging 13, you're averaging 14. Decent.
Yeah. My
ball speed's 150 at best, your ball speed 154. I can't get the ball speed up on it. I mean, I don't feel great, so 154 to 160 I feel like I would max out today. Yeah. Just a bit disappointed with a 244 that didn't feel like that bad a hit. Slightly necky, but yeah, didn't feel that crazy bad. But then it's spinning at 3.2. You know, it's this one just feels like, and there's a 250 struck that I would feel like is a pretty powerful place, slightly toe and slightly high.
Yeah, that's about where you would say you're optimising that.
Yeah, close to in 250, but then again spinning at 2.7. So I reckon I'm going to spin this club between 2.5 and 3,000, which is just too high for someone at my speeds. I need the spin down 2.5 to 1.9 for me to be maxing out my 2.62s and stuff. Decent numbers, not exciting, but I could put loads of golfers in this club and it would suit their game fine. Yeah. You got to remember, I'm trying to max out everything I can on a drive that normally I'm hitting quite a consistent spot. Should we try the other one? Yeah. So we now got the 190G, we got the weight set forward based on what happened with the test of the last one just a second. Yeah. 9 degrees of loft.
So 9 degree in this one.
So it is slightly lower loft. So again, we could squeeze a bit less loft out the others to try and find those few yards. Yeah. But again, I wouldn't really want to if this one's going to deliver lower spin for me. Yeah. So let's see, because I would see the other one as a 2.5 upward spin model, where this one in theory should be able to get down near the 2.1s. Yeah. That's why they release kind of two models to give you that control. Obviously this has a heel and toe weighting as well, because I think you can. Can you take that one out and put it in there? As in, I don't want you to, but I'm pretty sure that's normally what these ones do. Yep. So he can come out and you could double whammy draw it. Yeah. And you could double whammy fade it. Because I think I saw Luke Donald saying he's got both in the heel.
Has he?
Yeah, forward and in the heel, I think he said, for his one. Forward. So it has got extensive fitting.
Which I loved about the previous model.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before you start hitting these, or you can start hitting, let's go and check out the tech on this one. ST960G, we get the amplified wave technology in the bottom, again trying to keep that face ball the speed up across different parts of that face as you dot around trying to hit that centre of gravity, that sweet spot. Like in the other model, we got a composite crown, freeing up weight, allowing us to have now two movable weights which can help you dial in shot shapes. So we get two 7-gram weights in the heel and in the toe, so two sliding straight bars. You can put both in one side, heavy, draw or fade biases they're calling it, and you can manipulate spin by around 200 revs. Mizuno are saying, we often see it on our testing, between 200 and 300 revs. If you're hitting consistently enough, this kind of sliding weight technology will help you with. Also on this club, we get the forged TI SP700 face, allowing for that more advanced geometry like they said in the other model. Again, just trying to maximise the face in all places to help you. So down by the ball, sounds and those look and feels. Are we noticing anything different or not at this end?
Not really, if I'm honest.
So you've got two drivers that are going to look, obviously it's the black again.
Yeah, they look almost identical. Sometimes you might see in two different models, you might see one looking a bigger footprint than the other. I'm not seeing that at the moment with these.
Have we got the same shaft in this one?
So this is exactly the same. Yeah, tensai, 60 grams stiff. Yeah.
Just again, that 9 degree loft, that's like
9 degree loft. I'm not. Whereas the other one really looked quite lofty.
Yeah.
And there's only half a degree, so it shouldn't be anything really. We shouldn't notice that with an eye.
Absolutely.
I think I can see less face with this one. Be interesting to see what you think when you look down at it.
Yeah. Yeah, it does look similar to the other, doesn't it? Almost identical, really. I like the fact that you've got the adjustability. I think Mizuno do it quite well. The black into the black does look good as well. So I am expecting slightly lower spinning numbers on here, which should allow us to squeeze a bit more out. We've already seen that from yours, which we'll show in a second. Oh, that's a shocking hit. Sorry, Mizuno.
The sound is the same, isn't it?
I think so. Like, I'd struggle to tell the difference apart from looking underneath.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I do.
So interesting numbers on the G. Definitely I'm spinning at 2.4. You're spinning at 2.5.
It's both down.
Yeah, so I was 2.7, you were 2.8, so we've both moved that spin down.
Yeah.
I'm averaging 2.50, my longest hit, again 2.52. Not getting the best numbers out. I'm not my fastest, I do have man flu, 103 is my fastest.
But you're normally about
speed.
106, 107, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely, which would get it up nearer the normal kind of performance, but you know, I don't know, it's interesting, I've got a shot here at 145 efficiency, only going 246 yards. Not that exciting. Looks great, feels great, numbers are okay. We'll test again, you know, we'll compare it against others. Never made a driver that doesn't normally go the distance that I'd expect it to go. You were 255, your longest hit was 258, so again more realistic to your numbers, spinning at 2.6. I launched this one at 13 degrees in the 9 and 13.4 in 9.5 with the non-G version. So for me, I was literally just seeing less spin, which is what you'd expect from those weights forward. I bite on looks, I bite on feel. I would definitely need to test the numbers again. Maybe on a day where I'm not feeling a little bit sorry for myself. Man, you know what man flu's like? It's the worst flu in the world, isn't it?
It's horrendous.
Like, people don't give it the respect.
Get it,
I would like to see higher numbers coming out for me, but like again, I mean, I was trying to hit them as hard as I could at some point to give it a bit more, and obviously my swing speed didn't really jump up, but I was a bit disappointed I couldn't get up into the 2.58s at least.
No, I think we're both down in speed. You know, I'm at 106 where I can actually get it up nowadays to like 108 or 109.
Maybe it's
so I
snow.
think it is. It's cold in here.
Yeah.
You know, I think we both need a snood on, which would help.
Would you buy it? You like the black, don't you?
Do you know what? I want that to perform.
Yeah.
I do want that to perform because I love the look of it. I'm happy to move away from the blue.
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful looking driver. I think a lot of people will like the looks of it.
Yeah.
And I would want to play with that a little bit more.
There we go, post comments down below if you tested it. Are you going to test it? Let me know. As always, we will do more with it as the year goes on, and you'll see how the numbers change or not. An interesting point as well with testing. Temperature I've tested in Dubai compared to UK in waterproofs and what have you, and it can make a difference to your numbers. Yeah, post comments down below. Let me know what you think. Little footnote, I'm just going to hit STG again. Haven't got man flu. There'll be a couple of interesting points hopefully that might come out of this bit. So interesting now, 253, this is on the non-G, this is the ST190. If I take out the 248, I'm 254. I'm 4 to 3 yards further. Same club, same person. Club head speed 105 now. So my performance can be measured and is often not thought about when it comes to tests. When I hear someone say a club is 3 yards further, I just think that's ridiculous information to be putting out there. Let's see what happens with the G now with the slightly fitter version of myself. So ST190G, weight still forward, which would be my more gaming position. 256, so that one's now, what, 6 yards further. It's interesting, I'll switch the spin on the two, but I still feel I get 1/7. I hit a couple out the bottom of the clubs. If I were to take those two strikes out, and then the bottom one has an anomaly on the strike, there's the 300 revs that I would say the difference of the weights do, subject to what ones you select and deselect. So for me, I would definitely game this one. Interesting how the numbers have changed, isn't it, over time? It's so funny to watch what can be 5 or 6 yards. When I see people saying they're hitting a club 3 yards further, 5 yards, 10 yards further, there's no magic in golf clubs. It's explainable. I've tested clubs for years and I've seen difference from what I've had for lunch, from the morning test to the afternoon test, my emotions. So if I'm feeling really happy and bubbly compared to feeling a bit bored, my swings can differ by half a mile an hour or mile an hour, which then adds up to 3 yards. Both good drivers, definitely would pick that one for me, and happy to see the numbers where I'd expect them.